So this let me get my bleep ready because there will be bleeped profanity because this pisses me off to no end. Got a letter from Dave. Dave says, "Hey Ken, we visit a resort annually that is a few hours drive away. It's in a beautiful area surrounded by snow-capped mountains, extinct volcanoes, and unique wilderness. The resort itself has 4 18-hole golf courses, hiking, biking with miles and miles of paved trails, a marina for rafting, and canoeing down the river, horse stables, swimming pools, and even has its own private airport. There is a Homeowners Association, however, and they have rules, lots and lots of rules. The most frustrating ones are their drone rules, for me anyway. I mean, I can understand how droning over golfers would be detrimental to their bottom line, and of course flying near the airport would be a big no-no, but do they truly have any jurisdiction over the airspace? Thanks for your 2 cents, Dave. The answer, Dave, is no, they don't. All right, what's next? So Dave sent me a link to their rules, and this is Sun River. This is in Oregon. So they have a whole page, drone flying. So flying a drone anywhere in Sun River is prohibited without prior written approval by the Homeowners Association and the airport. See, they lump the airport in.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And the Sun River Airport. Now, I checked the airport. This is skyvector.com. This is a tool that you guys should know about, a website that you should know about. And this will give you all the information that you need to know, METARs, distance, where it is, all the frequencies. Now, this is a non-towered airport, so that means they don't have a control tower. It's open to the public. It's a public airport. And then here on SkyVector is the map. I know this sectional charts give me a cluster migraine as well, but you can see here, they zoom in, here's the airport, and then there's like, stuff. So you can actually fly near the airport.
Where's the development? Where's the homeowners area?
That is a good question.
Oh.
And here is the answer to that. Now you can see the airport here, and then where the golf course is on the right there. Now a lot of people, this is Air Map. You can use Air Map to kind of get a basic overview of where you can fly and not fly. See the green here? So so no, they don't have jurisdiction over their airspace or the airport because it is the United States airspace. So so I reached out. I sent all this stuff to Jason Shepard, remotepilot101.com. And let me first go back here. And they're going to put all this aviation and cite all these numbers just to try to scare you off. This is what I like to refer to as bullshit. Because they can't just make up rules to suit themselves.
Right.
Here down the bottom it says, violation of this rule constitute a Class A offense, a $2,500 fine. Again, that is bullshit. And
yeah, they're intertwining their made-up rules with the FAA rules.
That's
and
exactly
trying to attach their name to the FAA's rules.
That is exactly what they're trying to do. They're putting like things like UAS. They don't know what a UAS is. These schmucks at the Homeowners Association. They're trying to cite all these ordinances and make stuff up. But here's the problem. The problem is, if they get with the local police, they can cite you, even if it's illegal. They can cite you if you're flying a drone and they don't want you to fly a drone. They can, well, it's ordinance number, and then that's on you to hire a lawyer and fight it in the courts. Even though you're right, you can't just if a cop comes up to you in this situation and says, no, you can't fly here because they have ordinances, and you can't just say, well, you're wrong. Even though they are, because they have the authority to arrest you or do whatever they want, and then you have to fight it later, and that's costly. This is all about setting precedent. And this is why a lot of precedents aren't set, because it costs money. And there's so many poor people that just don't have the time or the inclination to do this. I sent all this stuff to Jason Shepard, and here's what he replied. He said, "That is a lawsuit waiting to happen, and the Homeowners Association would lose all day."
Wow.
Class G, uncontrolled airspace at the airport. The Homeowners Association doesn't own the airspace. They should focus on trash pickup and other important HOA duties rather than drone regulations. So, bravo to him. But this kind of stuff irritates me to no end.
Yeah.
Because all of these regulations are still in flux. They're still evolving. Again, I cite back when horseless carriages first came on the scene. And can you imagine being in a neighborhood and you hate these horseless carriages? You hate them, right? Then the city puts a stop sign on your corner. A stop sign! You know?
Yeah, that's a good analogy, yeah.
And so you can hate on the horseless carriages. You can also hate on the stop signs. You can remove the stop sign. You can make up your own signs. They're not legal, and people did. Do you know when cars first started going down roads, before they were even paved, people before Rand McNally, they would make up their own routes, their own signs. They would paint the road the way they wanted it to be painted. They would make up their own stuff. But eventually we got regulation, and now we're all used to it. Now we all take it for granted. And that's what's happening right now with drones. It's still in flux. Things will change. I know the FAA said that this remote ID stuff is, the final rules, the final this. It's not. That's what I would like to refer to as bullshit. Let me hit the English music for you. Please tell us, sir, in your most posh accent.
I have to stand.
Please tell us in your poshest Londoner accent what is going on with the drones in your area.
Well, in my humble opinion,
Yeah,
we
yes.
have some awesome new drone rules.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, like what?
Well, basically, they have decided in the UK, our wonderful CAA, the Civil Aviation Authority, that if you are flying a sub 250 gram drone, you are not trying to kill everybody or take aircraft out or anything else like that.
Whoa. You mean your government officials assumed that the people have common sense? What?
And can I tell you that it is such good news and such positive that XJet commented on my video on one of the things tonight on this subject, and he didn't swear once and he didn't condemn the rules.
Good for him. I like Bruce.
Yeah.
He's very opinionated, and he knows his stuff. He's a very smart guy.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's very good. But
boy, he sure has opinions about FAA,
changed.
though, doesn't he?
Yeah, indeed.
An agency that affects him not.
Indeed.
So what else? So what can you do? You can fly up to Big Ben,
everything
and
has changed. They've got rid of the commercial thing. You no longer have to have a specific license or permission to be able to do commercial work. It's all about the risk of the flight now. You can, for the first time in the UK, hobbyists can fly within congested areas, built up areas, either with a sub 250 gram drone or with a less than $100 training course. Which gives you a bit of basic knowledge, that type of thing. So yeah, it's really, really positive. We've got everything in weight classes. So the heavier the drone, the closer to people you go, you need to have a higher qualification. Yeah, I mean, and for the first time, hobbyists can take off from their gardens with their Mavic Minis and sub 250s, which was our video today, actually.
Sure. And by the way, XJet is in the chat. Hello, Bruce.
Hello, Bruce.
We all love you. You're awesome. I'm gonna. You mind if I grab another $100 out of your account there, Kelly, and give it to XJet?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Okay, well, look for that, and I'll translate that into New Zealand money, whatever that is.
Yes or no, true or false, do you have my social security number?
Yes.
Okay.
Does that worry you?
It does a little bit. I trust you at like 97%, but it's that other 3%. Like if I cross you one day, I mean, I'm going to be broke, destitute, and out on the streets.
If you ever forget your blood type or, need your genome for your family, just come to me. Now, Sean, so if you're in your garden and you're having your tea party with your pinkies extended and you say, oh, I would like to look in the neighbor's garden and I think I'll send up my little drone. Would you be able to do that legally, sir?
Well, in actual fact, no, and that's actually what my video was explaining. It was explaining how to do it, because we also have a thing in this country with the CAA where you can actually be prosecuted for trespass with your drone if you are flying too low over people's properties and you're not enabling them to have quiet enjoyment of their property. So if you're buzzing the swimming pool and there's like a wake behind your drone, you're probably too low.
Okay. Now, what is the cutoff weight limit for size as far as, because you and I were talking off air. I say air, we're not on the air, but you know what I mean.
Yes, sir.
We were talking about the DJI FPV quad that will soon come out. And you were wondering what the weight is. What was that weight limit that you were talking about? Well,
basically, as an A2 CFC holder, so that's the first level of qualification in this country now, above hobbyist, I can fly a sub 500 gram drone or up to 500 grams as if it was a 250 gram drone. So they're basically saying, because you've taken that qualification, we trust you with double the weight to fly over people in built up areas and that type of thing. So I'm excited as to whether or not that particular drone will be sub 500 grams, because of course that for me as an A2 CFC holder will mean I can fly it in some crazy places.
How many grams?
500.
It didn't feel like 500 grams when I... Oh.
No. 502.
Oh, dear. Did I violate my DJI and... Oh, no. I don't have one, so... I can tell you that...
The DJI stormtroopers are entering Ken's house right now.
I can't tell you who because I don't want to violate their trust, but I have held the thing in my hands. I can't. I don't want to say any more because I don't want to...
I want to say that's what she said, but I'm really excited about the drone.
But it is pretty awesome. Anyway... So what else is going on with you? Just very quickly, tell us what's coming up on your channel.
We've got more on the UK drone regulations coming up, and we've also got a few other bits and pieces. We've got a fantastic one of our hashtag shorts coming out tomorrow, showing somebody trying to shoot a drone out of the sky, and this footage has never been seen before. And it's in the UK. So, an actual fact as well, when we're talking about drones being damaged, very, very quickly, I know you're frustrated that sometimes people that seem to shoot drones out of the sky don't get prosecuted in the States. This is another thing surrounding our new rules and the government understanding and the courts understanding it. A gentleman today was given a conditional discharge after being found guilty of criminal damage for kicking his neighbour's drone down the road because he felt like it was flying too close over his garden and potentially being able to photograph his children in the swimming pool, etc., which of course is a genuine concern. But rather than going after the drone pilot, he was prosecuted for damaging the drone. And there wasn't a gun inside.
Good.
Geeksvana, one question real quick. Who does the better British accent, myself or Ken Heron?
Ken Heron. Ken Heron, because yours doesn't actually count as a British accent.
You mean because it's so good it's like one step above a real British accent?
No, it's so awful.
Yeah.
It's offensive and borderline. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not good.
But it'll be fun for the game. Where am I from?
Yes, I think you should actually do it in two segments, though. The first line they give you should be them trying to do an American accent, and then Kenny has to guess if it's a real American or not. And then you do the reveal, and he has to guess where they're from. That's
good. Okay. Please send me your American accent and then your true accent to this email address, kenheronupload@gmail.com. Just an MP3 file will be fine. Or if you want to do video too, that'd be fine. But if you're wearing lederhosen, we're gonna know where you're from.
Whoa. Geeksvana, before you leave, let me hear your American accent.
Oh yeah.
Hello, welcome to Thursday Night Live with Ken Heron and Kelly. Tonight we're going to have the drone news from Jeff Sills.
Oh, that's so offensive. Don't ever do that again on this show.
That's not bad. That's pretty good. That's not Hugh Laurie good. Hugh Laurie, I watched.
It is 2 o'clock in the morning.
I'll work with Geeksvana offline. Next time we'll have a nice Southern accent for you.
All right.
My Southern's very offensive.
I watched Dr. House for like 4 seasons, and then I saw him being interviewed. Like, yes, it's a pleasure to work on that show. I was like, what?
It's the same as The Walking Dead, isn't it?
Yeah. Right.
Hello. Yes, I chase zombies.
Yeah. Awesome.
Hugh Laurie on Blackadder. That is great, Hugh Laurie. So,
Sean, thank you so much. I'm going to give both you and Jeff the boot. Thank you for stopping by.
Thanks for stopping by. Now get out.
All right.